What's up, people? Can you hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. What's up? What's up, people? Sup, Jason? Can you guys hear me? Gadir, what's up? Dennis, what's up? Can you hear me, guys? Okay. Man, this is insane, man. What's up, Esafabran, Lewis, Jason, alright, Dennis, alright, AJ. This is insane, guys. 500 billion market cap. Woo. What's up, Mr. Crypto? Okay, man. What can I say? Wow, we have very good, very good. Like I said, always ladder out your take profits, right? I hope everyone was clear that when I mentioned to take profit, not get out of the whole damn position. So I was saying, if you made 100%, take 30% off the table, go into something else, right? No fear, man, because there are people who do not understand about taking profit, and they are just, they're just like, why take profit? They're like, I'm making so much money. Come on, man. Seriously, the level of, when I say take profit, right? I'm not asking you to not I'm not asking you to leave the market. Take profit means not exit the whole damn position. Means you take like 30%. Like, say for example, you invested $1,000, you made $1,000 on Litecoin, so you have $1,000 profit. Take 30% off the market, right? So that way you reduce your initial capital outlay, and that way you feel okay, even if the market tanks or it reverses on you, right? You still have locked in. This is also just basically dependent on your risk profile. The more high risk you are, you take less because you're willing to ride the wave, right? That means whatever is the volatility going forward, you don't give a shit. You're just gonna stay invested, or alternatively, you want to take very little of the profit that you made. I've heard people make 100% in 4 days. Doesn't that like register, guys? You made 100% in 4 days in terms of investing, right? So no, Ethereum is fine. Look, the market is gonna do whatever crazy shit it's gonna do. There's nothing there's no logic already, guys. Honestly, there's no logic. Firstly, okay, we are noticing that BTC is kind of trending. It's trending upwards if you think about it. So I'm still trying to understand, why is everything trending upwards, right? And then after that, if it's trending upwards, why is it for the fact that altcoins are also going up? EOS is up, Litecoin is up another, like from 200 it goes up to 300. You have Ethereum is crazily at 600 when I mentioned take profit at 500. But if you notice, there is starting to have some resistance already, and the upward buying volume is starting to die down. So people, of course, naturally, those who are pumping it are also thinking, hey, I think we better start taking profit. Okay, let's check out a little bit of your questions. Yeah, so guys, just feel free to hit me up with questions. How much do you recommend to take on a 300% profit? Take out 100%, Gadir. Take out 100%. You made 300%. Take out 100%. You leave 200% to run on the market. This market is very different, guys. It is not like the stock market. I know some of you have never invested in the stock market. Trust me when I say this, people still want to get in. People still want to get into crypto. They can't, right? Because a large part of all these exchanges are unlicensed. Okay, they want to come in. They don't know how, because it doesn't fulfill their mandate. They cannot invest in unlicensed or basically unlicensed exchanges. So can you imagine when an exchange, okay, finally gets licensed, like, has the approval of the SEC or something like that. I tell you guys, that will be another boomtown Charlie, and the most likely one would be either Gemini or Coinbase, because these two guys have the most influence to pull it off. Because the Winklevoss twins has always been pushing for compliance and basically being compliant, right? And a regulatory framework that complies with SEC, or basically SEC. So if they manage to pull this off, it's not just the futures market, it's going to be crypto itself, because people also want to invest in the underlying asset. Right now, if you invest in the futures market, it's just a reflection of the price, right? Futures contracts also tend to have an expiration date, which causes them to kind of decay as time goes by, you know. So some portfolios would just like to invest in the underlying asset. Okay, so this is something that you have to take note of. Am I too late for BTC United with my quantum? Well, no, not really. It's just that it's not as favorable, because when I mentioned about quantum, about United Bitcoin and quantum, it was about 39%. So as the price of quantum goes up, your yield to get your United BTC just drops. So what you need to do is just calculate what is the current price of United Bitcoin, and then the notional price of how much, because it's 100 quantum to get you 1 United BTC. Okay, so just see from there and what is the yield that you're getting. When I calculated, it was about anywhere from 30% to 39%. Okay, wait. Okay, Ryan, last night I sold my whole portfolio for 22k, which is double, which is what I started. Wow, why do you sell all though? I can now add $60 a day investing in Quantum, Monero, and LTC. Was that a stupid idea? I feel a pullback soon. Mr. Crypto, there's no such thing as a stupid decision. It is about how you feel. You have doubled your value. Okay, you have doubled your value since you started. How is it that is a stupid thing? Because it's based on how you feel. Because maybe when you started out with 11,000, you made 22,000. What's stupid about that? Making money is making money. And also, like I mentioned, staying invested and trading are two different mentalities. If you catch my video, right? Your mentality has to be very important. If you're trading, that means your objective is to grow your BTC, your Ethereum base, your denominator. That means you do not care about the altcoin that you invested in. You are only caring about growing the numbers of satoshis. That means either it's Ethereum, or you're either focusing on USD Tether, or you're focusing on BTC. You're growing that stack. If you're staying invested, you're looking at investing in the project, your focus is still to make money, okay? But don't bet for the fact that you're going to get more satoshis when you invest in an altcoin. Please don't think that way. It will practically never happen, with the fact that BTC is tested and proven. BTC is, since it's trending upwards, which is your base denominator, it keeps going up. Your altcoins will keep getting smashed. You will feel very discouraged. But when you look at your dollar value, your dollar value will continue to appreciate, because what you invested in is obviously of value to the market. Okay, so I hope that it's very clear and it makes sense to you. Is Litecoin a good investment now, or should I wait? I know it just exploded. The unique, let me give you this scenario. You FOMO now. If it goes up, say $100, okay, you feel like a king. Okay, but if it doesn't consolidate at the price point that you buy at, which usually most often than not, you can always get it at a discount from the current price, because if something goes up, say from $100 to 300, that's 300% increase and a 200% profit, right? Which trader will not take profit conscientiously? Which trader will not take profit conscientiously? Now, the next scenario is the person who bought are they having the intention to hold it long term because they are convinced that $100 is the sustainable price? So they will be the ones that will be creating that wall, that buy wall. Okay, that means they're not having the intention to sell. Okay, they are basically not having the intention to sell. They're keeping it, but could the market take profit on them? It very well could as well. So you have to understand why people are buying Litecoin. People are buying Litecoin because they want to take profits from Bitcoin. Right now, if you look at the fees, someone tweeted sending Andreas Antonopoulos 150 and the fee was $13.40. Does that make sense? You send $1.40, $1.50 to tip someone, but you have to pay $13.50 or 46 cents for that transaction. Does that kind of make sense to you? So there's a flaw, people. There's a flaw in the system at the moment because it fails to scale. So when it fails to scale and be reasonable, then obviously people will want to lock in profits into something else, which is Litecoin or Ethereum, and then cash out. So this is what's happening. The other one is BCH. So remember I mentioned BCH, Litecoin, Ethereum, these three. Look at where BTC price right now. Someone has to take profit somewhere. So people who don't want to exit the market entirely will obviously want to consider an altcoin that has not been bumped up or went up all crazy. Well, I cannot say that for Litecoin, but let's look at it from two perspectives. So if people are thinking along the lines where Litecoin is SegWit activated and potentially has Lightning, so what are the two choices? BCH, Litecoin, right? These two. Then also we might potentially have this United Bitcoin. Now United Bitcoin, I am still wondering exactly. I mean, apart from the fact that there's Jeff Garzik and Matthew Rossack, right? Both are from Block, right? Block. They are the founders of Block, BLOQ. Okay, and it seems like it's gonna function exactly like either a Bitcoin Cash or an alternative to Bitcoin Cash. Probably from an architectural perspective, it may be a little bit different because I'm not a developer, so I cannot tell you that. But just observe how the market reacts to it, because right now it's trading. I didn't check the latest price for this United Bitcoin. Also, it's being traded on ZB.com, which is not like an exchange that the Western world uses, right? It's for people in China or in Hong Kong or whatever. Yeah, so if you're playing with bonus money, then all good, right? Okay, so for those who have your Quantum, remember to have it on your Quantum wallet by the 3rd of January 2018 so that they can take a snapshot when that happens, and then they will probably credit the United Bitcoin to you in your Quantum QT wallet. Take note, Quantum QT wallet, not your Ledger, not anywhere else, in your Quantum QT wallet. Do you have a view on NAV? It's so small compared to other privacy coins in the space, but it's still okay. So Alex Jacobson, so when it comes down to NAV, okay, in this space, think of it this way: whether the team pulls off whatever they claim that they're planning to pull off, right? Somehow the money will just flow to it. Sometimes the whole sector, the whole space will enjoy the benefit. It's just like a flow over because too much money already, right? Too much money from one particular crypto. Something has to flow somewhere. There was one point of time where all the privacy coins were benefiting, whether they were just the concept of a privacy coin or they already had the execution of it. Everything was just going up collectively, right? So yeah, will Ethereum Classic become the next Litecoin? Ethereum Classic is not Litecoin. Firstly, Litecoin is meant to be a improved Bitcoin. Ethereum Classic is a smart contract platform. So yes, although it can be serving as a transfer of value, but actually it's a smart contract platform in essence. So the right comparison is, could Ethereum Classic be like a Ethereum? That would be better because Ethereum Classic is proof of work, right? So is Ethereum. Ethereum is, however, transitioning to proof of stake. So that's the right question and the right comparison. You cannot compare Ethereum Classic and Litecoin. How much do you think LTC and Ethereum will pull back? Always look at 30%. I think 30% pullback is always reasonable. Even 50% pullback, especially when you have a freaking 200%, 300% up, rise up. What's taking 50% off the market? Guys, BTC value is more important than USD. Yeah, sure. When you talk about having BTC value more important than USD, okay, that is the correct way to think. So when you think that way, however, you have to use a different strategy already. Because if you invest in if you trade in an altcoin, you will probably achieve that, because trading doesn't allow you to be invested long term. You're gonna get in, after it hits your take profit, you get out. So you're having the two different mentalities already. Should I go long on Cardano, and where should I store it? Cardano at the moment has their own wallet called Daedalus, so you can go and download and store it there. Ryan, you are the man. Can I start to invest in Cardano? Luca, if you have done your due diligence, not just listen to my video, but actually go and watch some of Charles Hoskinson's explanation about what Cardano is, it is a Gen 3 blockchain. If you believe that you believe in the cross-chain communication between block to block, if you believe in for the fact that they are going to be faster, more scalable, there's going to be a better decentralized governance protocol, meaning that it doesn't fork unnecessarily, like what we are seeing consistently in stupid Bitcoin, that it keeps forking and people trying to take advantage of the whole forking scenario and trying to make money, right? Then if you have already done all your due diligence already, and you feel, hey, the price come the recent rise up of your existing portfolio, you want to diversify into Cardano, go ahead, right? But don't just think just because it's 11 cents. Look at the market cap and the total coin supply. Don't think that just because 11 cents is okay. Could it be 3.8 billion and become next year 7.2 billion? Why not? It's already a 500 billion market cap. At this rate, we will hit 1 trillion very, very soon at this growth rate. But will we get there how will we get there is a different story. Okay, I think if you watch some of my past videos, I said we have to observe 500 billion. Wow, we actually hit 500 billion today, and it's not even freaking end of the year. It is just insane, guys. Everyone is on holiday period this time, okay? Everyone's leaving the market, but I bet my ass they're all looking at their blockfolio. They're still very connected. It's very exciting, guys. When everyone is kind of the early adopters, like all of us, we're all making money in this space. Who is going to lose money? People who are coming in later, right? But you know what? The people who are coming in later also have the chance to make money, because for the fact, let me just tell you what's the scenario on the ground. Right now, if I was to want to cash out into fiat, a lot of these exchanges have issues with their bank. Okay, so a lot of these exchanges have issues with the bank. So if you want to cash out into fiat, it's a problem. It's a whole lot of hassle. You have to, like for me, I'll have to probably go to Gemini, from Gemini withdraw, let that fiat fee take place, go to my bank account, and I wire it back US dollars, have another exchange fee again. You see how inconvenient that kind of move is. But that's the way to get money out. It's through Gemini for me right now. Or the other alternative is the exorbitantly expensive and unreasonable OTC market. Okay, so yeah, people know, guys. Okay, so wait, doesn't Dash have a good scaling too? Yes, because Dash has masternodes. Masternodes are centralized. Centralized servers tend to function in the way exactly like the current servers. They are fast. They're closed loop. Validation and verification is very fast. Yeah, of course. Okay, guys. The market is definitely heated, Mr. Crypto, for sure. If Lightning Network kicks in, it's LTC and BCH going to tank. Why would it tank? It's actually better because Lightning allows you to perform off-chain transfers, right? And off-chain verifications and transfers between kind of peer-to-peer. So also it will kind of take away funds, especially if they're trying to be bad actors. Heh, what color Lambo are you getting? Look, I will never spend money on a car because a car is a depreciating asset. I won't. If you store quantum on the Nano Ledger S, can I still get the United Bitcoin? No, you cannot. What are they doing with the snapshot? Oh, they're just no, sorry. When they take a snapshot, they're just making sure that you have your quantum so that they can airdrop it to you. They need to take a snapshot of at that point how many addresses at that block, how many addresses have quantum stored in them and how much, right? 100 quantum gives you one United Bitcoin. That's what I meant by the snapshot. Okay, I'm staking on a Raspberry Pi quantum. Do I have to move out my quantum? No. If you're staking on a Raspberry Pi, you're already using the correct wallet. So that is the wallet that you want to use. Okay. What are your thoughts on investing in the same class of crypto, Neo, Ethereum, ADA, Quantum, for example? Okay, now, very good question, XDJW91. Okay, listen up, guys. This is a very good question. So, when you invest in the same sector, okay, which is all our smart contract platforms, right? You run the risk of infrastructural risk. Okay, for example, if someone finds a bug that could affect potentially all these smart contract platforms, then naturally all the smart contract platforms will have a psychological or sentiment drop, which is fine because each protocol is different, right? But however, if the underlying blockchain was for example, I give you an example. Say Neo, ADA, Quantum, they are all actually built using Ethereum's blockchain to a certain extent. Something happens to Ethereum. There's something that a hacker found out and can compromise the whole network. So potentially, right, Neo, ADA, Quantum could also suffer. This is why sometimes having it diversified outside of its class or your sector can be a good thing. But right now, why are people invested in Neo, Ethereum, ADA, and Quantum is because these guys are focusing on the foundational infrastructure that this space needs. Because if you cannot build shit on using blockchain technology, then what is the point, right? You can't be focusing only on transferring money back and forth. Yes, that is one important aspect. Transfer of money borderless, right, and cheap using blockchain. That is what people are focusing on. That's why there's Ripple, there's BCH, Litecoin, all these transfer of value on the blockchain projects or cryptocurrencies. They are very focused on that. Then of course we have the infrastructure or the stuff that you can build on top of, which is your ADA, your Cardano, your Icon, your Aeon, your Dragon Chain, your Quantum, your Ethereum. Yeah, so these are all the things. Ryan, you are making too much money and eating too much chicken rice. Okay, I guess when it comes down to making money, right, no one can say that making too much money is a bad thing. Okay, but what we do with the money is very important. Okay, so as we all know, I'm someone who is of course a father, and a large part of initially when I started out, my focus was on clearing my debts. That is the first thing that if you ask me what kind of best advice that I can give anyone right here right now is to clear your debts, right? There are people who are, if you read the recent article, people who are actually taking equity loan from their house and buying into Bitcoin at the moment. Now, let me bring you to a scenario that happened a long time ago during the subprime. Same thing happened. People were taking collateral from or equity loan to buy more property. Okay, when the property bubble kind of burst, all these people immediately became bankrupt because why? They were having all that debt and they could not pay. The valuation of those houses they bought stopped increasing. So I hope that I can be also a voice of reason in this space. As much as I like to create clickbait, and get people to watch, but I'm always a voice of reason in this space. Some people will laugh, haha. You guys listen to Ryan when he asked you all to take profit. Now to that person, okay, if you decide to stay on because you have very little in the market, that's fine. But there are people in this space that have invested 5 figures, 6 figures, and sometimes from an emotional perspective, it feels so good to double up your money in a very short span of time. It feels so good to triple up your money in this span of time. But it's not logical to take money off the table and let it sit around in fiat. There's nothing wrong with that, because what if the market corrects aggressively and you have zero fiat? Didn't we experience that during the period of July where everyone was caught in the market and then there was no fucking money, right? And then you all wanted to invest, but not everyone has that liquidity to pump in some more fiat, right? Correct? Because you all have bills to pay, you all had limited liquidity to begin with, and the market tanked. But for those who stayed invested, who didn't panic when the market started to recover, obviously benefited. And also the types of cryptocurrencies that you invest in are also very important. And you can't compare IOTA, but I'm still interested what are your thoughts. IOTA is basically Internet of Things. Internet of Things, honestly speaking, is very far away from funny how now you mentioned this Kublai Khan. So Internet of Things, right, is still very far away. Okay? If you say that a lot of us have smart homes, no we don't. Only the rich have smart homes. Only the rich has everything connected to the internet. Now, another thing, do you want everything to be connected to the internet? Have you thought about that? So that means to say that your toaster can communicate with your fridge can communicate with your door can communicate with everything else. Now, if someone were to hack your network, could they easily access everything? Could they easily access everything? Open your door, turn on your gas, right? They could close your door, shut down all the windows, turn on the gas, and assassinate you while you're sleeping. Could that happen? Now, that's very far-fetched, but why not, right? So the Internet of Things can be a good thing, it also can be a bad thing, but it's still very far away. It's just like you asking me to invest in virtual reality companies. That virtual reality headset is very costly, but is the cost coming down? Yes, it is. Initially, when solar panels were expensive and no one wanted to install solar panels, at that point, the cost to manufacture a solar panel didn't make sense. Now it's starting to become cheaper and people are actually switching to solar panel energy or because it's sustainable, right? So it's changing, but give it another 5-10 years, stuff like that. IoT, you have to give it another 10 years for sure, right? Because only the rich can afford smart homes. IoT, basically right now, don't forget Microsoft has a huge cash on hand. So they're always looking to invest in companies and IOTA probably fits their portfolio. Simple as that. I'm making money on 8 out of 10 cryptos I invested in 6 months. That's good, John. So now the question is, what are you going to do with the profits? What coins you believe are the most undervalued right now out of the top 30 coins in CoinMarketCap? Top 30. okay, I would still say Litecoin is still undervalued. It's just that it went up very, very much. It went up too much in a very short span of time. So I would say Litecoin is one of them. It's very hard to determine a fair value in crypto, guys. So there's no one that can safely say or come up with a model that can provide you that information. The next one is obviously quantum. Quantum is so far away from its actual real value, or at least the perceived value. Still very far away. Most welcome, John. You have some yellow curry on your lips. No, I don't, man. This is just like Bobby dried up skin. A lot of okay. Have you invested in Icon? No, I have not. Tom Grimland, it's more of I guess Icon, like I said, is also like one of those smart contract platforms. So I'm invested in only 2 to 3 maximum where I'll toy around with. It will be a switch between Neo come Quantum come Ethereum, right? Ethereum is something that I've always accumulated for a very long time. Then I have been looking into Cardano, so potentially I'm still probably thinking of switching a little bit of my profits into Cardano at the moment. So that would be my next thing that I might look at as well. But Cardano now, although they are having all these projects, execution is very important, and execution always takes a number of years with short bursts of speculation. So let me talk a little bit about speculation and also being and all these cryptocurrencies. Do not forget that they need volume to stay listed on exchanges. So every month, I'm pretty certain that they have to fulfill an X amount of volume so that they can keep their place in the top exchanges. I'm very certain of that. So without volatility in these particular cryptos, they run a very strong chance of getting delisted, even though if they are huge market cap, because currently now exchanges kind of are the billboards, consistent billboards for cryptocurrencies. And if these cryptocurrencies fail to have volume, okay, and create revenue for the exchange, they're going to get knocked out. So what I kind of suspect is that occasionally there should be some kind of heavy volume that comes in to create transactions, either internally or externally. This I'm very, very certain. So you can either create your own volume, right, so that the exchanges can make some money from you consistently, like a retainer fee, okay, and potentially they could also make some calls to create external FUD as well, or FOMO, whatever, okay. So this is my theory. Bought my first BTC at $14. Thought it was high at the time. Sold it for $80 and was so proud of myself. It's okay, man, Jeff. No problem. Look, you bought at $14. You sold at $80. That's already like what? That's a 4x return on your money, right? You if you're someone who is an older individual who has invested in the stock market, making 4x is insane. Okay. And don't forget, what's the short span of time? What's up, Jose? You said a few days ago there was going to be this airdrop if you had Quantum in your Quantum Core wallet, correct? Which one was that? Solely, I think you probably came late to the stream. Once again, it's called United Bitcoin. United Bitcoin will be traded on zb.com. It has, I think, a current value of anywhere from, last I checked, was $450, which was yesterday. I'm not sure what's the price of it today. Go and calculate the yield. Every 100 Quantum gets you 1 United Bitcoin. Now, you can buy it for that, reason, but I would hope that you could buy or invest in Quantum for the fundamental reasons and the infrastructural benefits that it has for the blockchain space. That is what I would hope that you would invest in, but it's all good. It's up to you. What is the point of the tether? The price you get for your BTC is lower than the current price. My friend Ali Atari, obviously the price you get will be lower than the current price because people have to take a spread. So when you go into tether, usually they're taking 1 to 2% of the price. And also each exchange has their own market price. Not all the exchanges are keeping it fair and mark to market. So if you look at Gemini's price is different from GDEX's price, and GDEX's price is different from Coinbase's price. Okay, so you know this, you have to be observant. You will notice that there's differences across everywhere. It depends on volume. It's volumes, the supply demand. It's just based on how much the exchanges are taking off the market. No one actually, if you want to put it that way, no one actually kind of knows what is the actual price of Bitcoin at the moment, right? For all you know, the exchanges are all, collaborating and just pushing the price up, or the miners are pushing the price up collectively across all exchanges. No one knows. If you look at a less popular cryptocurrency exchange, you will notice the disparity. So for people who are actually playing with very little, you can buy your cryptocurrencies from a very shitty exchange and sell it on the more liquid exchange. Okay? When you buy it from a shitty exchange, unfortunately, there's not enough liquidity to move the price. So you could buy at the cheap, right, with say $100, and then go onto a more popular exchange and sell it off for a profit. That is called an arbitrage. You're most welcome. I just taught you how to make money without even really risking a lot. Okay, Hani Anton. What I remembered is that so Hani Anton's question, could you quickly explain the quantum and United relationship? I understand that what I heard is that quantum assisted in helping United Bitcoin in terms from a technological layer. Yep. So I'm not exactly what aspect from a technological perspective, but it would be better off that you go and join the Quantum Telegram and go and ask the community there, or at least the team there. Yes, Tuan Lam. Okay, now I think you guys are pretty smart. Okay, Vertcoin kind of seems to have that Vertcoin seems to have a little bit of a what do you call it, like kind of like it looks like the same LTC, right? Something like that. So yes, it potentially could. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a Vertcoin investor, but I know that Vertcoin and Litecoin kind of have the same similar features. So yes, potentially it could. But let me ask you one thing. Is Litecoin more popular or Vertcoin more popular? Vertcoin is more popular to the people in the space. But from a popularity perspective, Coinbase has Litecoin. Coinbase doesn't have Vertcoin. So potentially, Tuan Lam, yes, Vertcoin could enjoy some of that spillage, but maybe not too much. But it could. Can you talk about Particle? It's a privacy coin built on Bitcoin, more advanced in privacy than Dash or Monero. Now, I have not followed the Particle project. I understand that it came from Shadow Cash, and there's the Particle marketplace, which is a decentralized marketplace. So it kind of forms its own e-commerce ecosystem. Yeah, why not, right? But that's to me tier 3. It's not as important because right now we have to focus on the fundamentals, which is the transfer of value across a decentralized network. So we're looking at Bitcoin, Litecoin, okay, and any kind of cryptocurrency. Then we have to focus on infrastructure, which is things that we can build upon, platforms that we can build on top of. So Particle to me is tier 3 because e-commerce is not, say, very important at the moment, because we need to focus on what is, but you know what, because we have experienced people who were building on top of the internet and all that. They are experienced and they're coming into this space as well, so they are going to be building things faster. Whatever you saw from the internet may not take 10 years. You may see it done in 3 years or even 5 years, half the time. Ali, I already answered your question. You're repeating the same question. What is the point of Tether? The price you get for your BTC is lower than the current price. The point of Tether is that it is pegged to, okay, it is maybe your question, maybe let me answer you in another way. USD Tether is an alternative to fiat. Okay, because when people convert directly into US dollars or euros, they may get taxed for capital gains tax. USD Tether offers them an alternative to kind of take profit from the market in US dollars. Okay, so I kind of answer you in both ways already. So 100 quantum minimum for one United, or if you have 50 quantum for 0.5. Maybe, Victor, maybe. I'm not very sure about the 0.5. But maybe you could. Can I leave quantum on an exchange and still receive it's not unlimited Bitcoin, it's united Bitcoin? Darren, no, you can't. Exchanges are not offering the united Bitcoin, because united Bitcoin is not traded or supported on their exchanges. Which is the cheapest crypto that can make you rich? Make you rich. My friend, why don't you just buy with whatever you can afford? Say buy Bitcoin, and then after that it can still make you rich, right? But alternatively, you can go and join the pump and dump group and see how it goes. What is your portfolio like at the moment, estimated percentage? What kind of question is this? What's your portfolio like at the moment, estimated percentage? Okay. So I have Quantum, of course. Quantum, Ethereum, Bitcoin 10%, Litecoin I have about 20%, Ethereum I have 20%, my Quantum is about 25% to almost 30%, and then I have Raiden 5%, KNC, Kyber Network about 5-10%, around there. This is what I have at the moment. I have a very small portfolio, guys. Ryan, you don't still think LTC will go back to 134, do you? Maybe not, because it's 300, so probably 150, right? So observe, usually there's a 30 to 40% correction to even 50%, being that it ran up so high. 134 is a bit hard, my friend. The unique BTF. Someone please help this guy, please. Should I still invest in Litecoin? So I have options to invest that later. Yeah, sure. Mr. Crypto, we are still very, very far away from where we need to be in terms of this space. Okay, so you don't have to worry, you don't have to panic, you don't have to feel a sense of loss. You always can come back to it. You always can come back to it. If at that point Bitcoin is 30,000, and the market is just vibrant and has volatility, there's news coverage, same thing like whatever you're experiencing here, you will still have a chance to invest. Okay, you will always have a chance to invest. Ryan, are you reading any posts today? Sorry, I don't get what you mean. Post. I read posts, right? Not really. I mean, if there's questions, I'll just try to answer them. When are your applications for your signals group coming? Okay. We are now launching a group, right? Right. So it's a separate group from the premium group. So we are separating two groups at the moment because we have more manpower to sustain the new group now. So wait for it, and then we will announce it in due time. You said a few days ago that there was going to be an airdrop if you had quantum. Which one was? Wait. Okay, sorry, man. Okay. Alright. Populous and Omisego. Okay, so guys, right, so if you have friends and family who have not stepped into this space, and you're very much wanting to share what cryptocurrencies are all about, but you know it's hard to explain, feel free to always just share my channel with them. And you know, we have enough content to get people going in this space, you know, from setting up a wallet to buying cryptocurrencies, which cryptocurrencies to buy, why buy them, you know, making your friends and family buy up top. My friend, there will be always someone buying up top. It doesn't mean that you're making them buy up top, but because there's so much news at the moment, they're gonna step in. Let me flip it around. Say they read it on the newspaper from a third party. You knew about it. You could have easily kind of let them know that you're buying up top, because people don't know, right? So they may not look at charts. They're just seeing a price on Coinbase, and they bought up top. And because you know you didn't share it with them, okay, early enough, okay, then what's the point, right? You're not helping them. So there's always it's not about prevention, it's about awareness and creating information. Can you discuss thoughts on Populous and or Omisego? Yeah, both kind of have the same, well, not exactly the same business model. I'm sure that they have a different unique value proposition. But I'm not very familiar with Populous, or we call them PPT. But Omisego is going to be forming a decentralized exchange, planning to bank the unbanked, right? So they're going to be having a payment. They're going to have payment channels, and also probably have a decentralized exchange for now, right? Having said that, their mainnet is probably launching either this month, which was the rumor, and then from then wallets are going to start appearing. Yeah. Okay guys, so it is already been running for almost 50 minutes, almost an hour. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. More importantly, don't forget to like this video if you felt that it was beneficial to you, and also remember to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click on the notifications to receive the latest videos from Crypto Grinders. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye.